Welcome back guys, Slowback here, and welcome back to another Total War Warhammer battle replay. Today we've got myself as the lovely Savage Orcs up against the Beastmen, a very good Beastmen army actually. We'll go over that in a minute, but let's go through my army first. So I've got 4 units of Savage Orc Biggins on the flanks, we've got 3 units of Savage Orcs, yeah. In the centre there we've got 3 units of Savage Orc Boarboys, 2 units of Savage Orc Boarboy Biggins, led of course by the lovely Wurzag himself. Let's get down in there and have a look at him. The dancing fool himself. Such a cool lord, such a cool lord. Pretty much overpriced, but still such a cool lord. And we also bring 1 sacrificial goblin. 1 goblin to sacrifice to GORK and Mork, right? Basically we use him so we can, you know, tie down a cavalry unit and then foot a GORK him. That's the plan. Doesn't work in this match, but that is the plan. Right, let's have a look at the lovely Beastmen. I think we've got 3 units of Gore Herd, 1 of them with 2 units of Veterancy. We've got 2 units of Beast Gore Herds. We've got 2 units of Minotaurs, 1 Gorbel. We've got 2 units of Ungor Raiders, 2 units of Ungor Spear Herd. We've got 1 Razor Gore Chariot, and we've got 1 unit of the Chaos Warhounds. Led, of course, by lovely Malagor the Dark Omen. What's he got there for spells? Kieran thingy, is it? Or was that Devolve? That's Devolve, I think. Devolve, Summon, and I don't know what the other one is. Alright, let's get into it. Now, I didn't play this match particularly well, I'm going to be honest. I made quite a lot of mistakes, but, well, you'll see what happens. You'll see what happens. It was interesting anyway. It was very interesting. Alright, let's get into it. Let's take that off so we can see properly. So basically just jockeying for position here. This map's kind of horrible because you kind of get, you know, this is your thing, right? But we want to spread out like here, so we kind of get all poked around and all different sorts of things. It doesn't start up very well. Right, we're just posturing here against his chariot. Go get him, Gobbo. Go sacrifice yourself to GORK and Mork. Let's go. But no, the chariot runs away. The chariot runs away. Right, back up, sacrificial goblin. We may bring you back in. You may have a role to play yet. And I also forgot about Wurzag. Tactical Reserve Wurzag, that's what we're calling him. Tactical Reserve Wurzag. Right, trying to also just, because the only way we can get rid of this, right, because the chariot's going to destroy our line, is obviously to hit him with our cavalry. The cavalry does actually very well against this, even though they don't have that anti-large bonus, they are armor piercing, and they can kind of punch through that dude quite nicely. Rushing in with his warhounds here, which is a nice play, it is a nice play. The thing with these Savage Orc Biggins is they're actually really decent in melee. Look at that melee attack, 32, and weapon strength of 38 at the moment. That's just crazy for a ranged unit, right? Of course they don't have a lot of melee defense, but then the the Warhounds don't actually do a lot of damage and stuff like that as well. So yeah, Savage Orc Arab Boys are very, very decent in melee. I think one of, if not this, one of probably second strongest, maybe as far as like infantry damage goes, behind the militia dudes for Empire. I think maybe the Bugsman Rages. Maybe the top 3. We'll say top 3. We'll say one of the top 3. Oh, look at this! Look at this lovely foot of GORK. Now, just pay attention to this dude's health, right? Just pay attention to this dude's health and how much damage this actually does. This is an overcasted foot of GORK. You guys know it can absolutely wipe out a whole unit of infantry, right? If you get this on a unit of infantry, cavalry, sorry. If you get this on a unit of cavalry, it'll completely wipe them out. So just imagine how much damage it's going to do against these Beast Gore Herds. Just imagine it. Here it comes. Here it comes. The foot of doom. The foot of doom. Oh, that way it's like... Oh... Kaboom! And the Beastie Gods go flying everywhere. Oh, that unit should be absolutely wrecked, right? Absolutely wrecked. Well, that's what I was hoping, but no, it did like nothing. It did like nothing. Oh, it's 28 winds of magic. And it did bloody nothing. Oh, that's disastrous. That's disastrous. So here is... Yeah, ignore that. So here's the problem we have. We see how... Because of this, you know, coming into like a narrow gap and then spreading out wide, we're kind of all janky and all over the place, right? Now, the other thing I forgot to mention as well, because Wurzag, we've actually taken, if I can see it, we've actually taken, where is it? Not that one. That one. So every time we cast a spell, we get an extra 16 melee attack and we get an extra 18% charge bonus. So you can see here, I'll grab one of the big ones because these are better. So that pumped up to 64 melee attack and 42 charge bonus on top of that. Of course, they've got Frenzy and stuff going as well, which is actually buffing up their damage. But yeah, that's why you'll see me casting spells quite a bit throughout this match. And that's the reason behind it, because we get all those bonuses and stuff. All those lovely bonuses. So the lines are about to meet. The Gore Herd Chariot's just smashing in there. Come on, Cav. Come on, Cav. And just watch this front line of mine. Just absolutely watch it. I'll try not to zoom out too far. We're breaking. Right, we finally got this cavern. This dude casts a nice spell now. Devolves. Of course, Devolve very good against the Greenskins because they don't have a massive amount of leadership anyway. And this is doing a lot of damage. Look how many units that's hitting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. Right, routed, routed, routed. The Beastmen infantry is just pushed straight through that front line. Isn't that just absolutely crazy? But, hope is not lost, boys. We've got our sacrificial goblin in here against this Gorbel, right? That's a fair matchup. That's a fair matchup. Of course it is. Of course it is. We've actually dropped the effigy of the Git on him as well. That's why it's doing so much damage. But look how much damage these Savage Orc Arrow boys are doing to him. And then Wurzag comes in with a beautiful charge, just absolutely chunks him down. Wurzag actually going to be used to kill a Gorbel. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Look how fast we're just chunking them down. That extra charge bonus and stuff we're getting because of casting spells, alright? Because we cast effigy. As you can see, it's bumped them up to 100, well, it's dropped up now, but it was up to 100 bonus charge damage. That's crazy. And with all these guys just shooting in and just absolutely wrecking that Gorbel, that's the first time I think I've ever seen Wurzag actually kill a Lord 1v1. And he's also pushed Malagor forward as well, and Malagor's in a hell of a lot of trouble because this Goblin Big Boss, right? He's just doing so much damage, and Wurzag, like I say, is just doing so well. And you've seen over here, these Warhounds jumped in to try and kill these Savage Orc Arrow boys, but nah, they ain't having any of that, right? They took, what, a little bit of damage, like a third, basically killed off that whole unit by themselves. And Wurzag and the Sacrificial Goblin doing their jobs here absolutely perfectly. You know, as you've seen earlier, our front line just got absolutely disintegrated. That front line got destroyed, right? And the Beastmen were just able to push through. But look how much damage these guys are doing. They're just cranking out the damage, basically knocking down this unit of Minotaurs. Took out that Gorbel pretty much as well by themselves. I mean, I'd like to say it was these two, but it wasn't. It was these guys that did all the damage. And look how much damage they're doing on these guys. We're getting a lot of support here, of course, by these Savage Orc Biggins with their armor-piercing damage, but holy hell, it's these guys that are doing all the damage. Absolutely just chunking them down. I like it. Right, and of course with the Greenskins, the one thing they do is rally, right? They rally really well. So these guys are all rallying here, and then just going to push back in this way. And there's the route, right? And there's the route. Isn't that crazy? We turned what looked like a sure defeat into an actual victory. Oh, yeah, popping some spells at the end there just for some gigs, right? Just some shits and gigs. Right, yeah, pushing in. Pushing in. Yeah. So when I was playing this, of course I played it live on stream. It was like, oh no, we've lost. We've totally lost. Our whole frickin' front line just got disintegrated and then just routed back. But then, of course, he pushed forward with his Gorbel, and we were just absolutely managed to chunk him down. Combination of effigy, the Arrow boys, and then just the damage out of these two as well, just combined, and then just absolutely took down one Gorbel so well. I was really surprised. I was really surprised. Like 165 kills on that unit of Savage Orc Biggins. That's just crazy. Like, these guys didn't get a heck of a lot of kills, but the kills they got were so valuable. They killed off, of course, the Gorbels here, and of course they put a lot of damage onto those Minotaurs as well. Oh, it was a crazy game. It was an absolutely crazy game. Well played to my opponent too. He played well. He probably should have just left Malagor out of that fight because, you know, I think that cost him. I mean, losing his Gorbel was bad enough, but because he put Malagor in there as well, I think that probably cost him the match, right? Rather than actually losing that Gorbel, because he absolutely destroyed my front line. He just ripped right through it, and that, and as well as like Devolve and stuff on all these guys. Yeah, he absolutely ripped through it. He was probably just not patient enough with his Lord. He should have just kept him back beside that Cygor that he summoned in, and he would have probably been safe, and he probably would have won that match quite comfortably. Because again, as you've seen, he just destroyed our front line. Something wicked. Whew. I can't believe I pulled that win off, guys. I really can't believe I pulled that win off. But alright, guys, that is today's multiplayer video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.